Okay, welcome to Volcano. It's going to be a quick start here, so just let me talk for a moment. Volcano is my favorite map. It has really good pacing, all the Pokemon interactions are really cool, the Pokemon are worth lots of points. It's going to be a really quick start here because we are going to be turning around immediately after getting into the level, so let's get started. First Pokemon's going to be Altaria. Immediately turn around using the D-pad and then throw an apple. You can also take a picture of this Luxray if you're very quick. It is going to be the left Luxray, and it is very precise. If the other Luxray starts moving across the picture, it will not be worth very many points. I would suggest, especially if you're new to the run, pick either Luxray or Altaria. Do not try and do both like I just did. With Volcano, we do have a lot of choices that you can make. There's 10 different Pokemon that are all great photos, but we only need to take 7 to really hit our goal. So you can make your own decisions about which Pokemon you like to take. One of the ones that's not really negotiable though is going to be this Tyrantrum. We are going to hit it with an apple. If you can hit it during this 2 stomp, I think I found that's when you get the best results for the photo. Easiest to center when he comes over to you quite early in the process. The reason we need to throw this apple, other than to get a really good photo, is it also results in us getting boosted down this hill. Next Pokemon's going to be up in the sky. It's going to be this Aerodactyl. And he nicely gets and faces the camera when you hit him. By dropping this Graveler using an apple, we can take this other Luxray. One Pokemon I don't necessarily suggest, but I do want to show off, is this Graveler. You have to be patient after taking the Luxray picture. With the Graveler, if you turn around too quickly and throw an apple, it will just be immune to the hits, and then you'll just spend more time looking backwards. Did also take the Archeops pick. The Archeops is a bit of a roamer. He will be facing you or facing away, but when he turns around, surprised by the cart, it's always going to be worth lots of points, so don't worry about him. Just make sure you're snapping on the surprise. Shoutouts to my favorite Pokemon that we don't take a picture of in the run. It's this Slugma. I always like to throw orbs at him to promote or discourage him jumping into the lava, but he'll be okay. He's also made of lava. The next 2 Pokemon are going to be Monferno and Torkoal. The visual cue that I just found recently is when the lava gets close to the right side of my screen. That's when I want to turn around for the Monferno. Throw an apple, and if you're lucky, the apple will bounce off the Monferno and also hit the Torkoal, resulting in a 2-for-1 bonk, and the bonks are worth lots of points for posing. On the note about bonking, we're going to bonk this Slugma 3 times, and after 3 times, we can then take a nice photo. Regarding this Charmander, I did also throw a Illumina Orb at the first Charmander to get him across, and then a second Illumina Orb to get this guy across. Make sure you aim above the Charmander so you can jump into the frame. If you try and aim at the Charmander, you'll often cut off his head. So that's 10 different Pokemon. To note, with this run, the first 3 pictures I took ended up being the best 3 pictures of this particular run. Now, that's not necessarily always going to be the case, but even if I subtract those 3 best pictures of my 10 pictures, the score I needed to beat, I beat it by 1,500 points. So,
good to see you.
You have a lot of flexibility. You don't necessarily need to be taking as these like perfect pictures like this was. And a couple of things that might change the way that you route this. If you take both the dragons, so Altaria and Tyrantrum, you do get an additional banner, so you might want to cut out the Altaria for that reason. Pokemon like the Graveler involve looking backwards, as do the Monferno and Torkoal.
Nice work.
So those are reasons to cut those Pokemon.
Perfect timing.
And Pokemon that we have to interact with a lot, like Slugma and Charmander, can sometimes take a bit more time. Some photos are also just harder, like that Luxray photo at the beginning is just a bit harder. Hitting the Aerodactyl isn't necessarily free. So pick and choose for yourself what makes best sense for you personally, because it really is a playground. Volcano, as long as you're taking precisely 7 photos, you'll be good to go. After Volcano, you'll get a cutscene, but you'll want to re-enter Volcano and go to Volcano Research Level 2, and then just sit there while you head towards the bottom of the volcano. That all said, I appreciate anybody who's watching these and everybody who's watching these. If you want to hit me up in the comments or on our Discord with any questions about videos, speedrunning, anything like that, I'm always available and happy to answer, as is the rest of the community. So, that all said, take care and I appreciate you watching.